CBD is creating a lot of buzz because it's effective in providing relief from a number of different issues that really affect the quality of life of millions of people. Basic things like pain, anxiety, depression, GI disorders. How many of us have trouble with our stomach? I'm just about 40, I know I do. In addition to these things that are really quality of life issues for millions of people, CBD has also shown promise as a therapeutic agent for really difficult to treat conditions. Things like epilepsy, especially juvenile epilepsy, Parkinson's, ALS, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. These are things that classically pharmaceutical solutions have been challenged to effectively treat over the long term. That's one of the things that is the most exciting about CBD when we look at the landscape of options for people who are dealing with issues like sleep, like anxiety, like depression, like pain. Many of the things that they have to take, pharmaceutical or OTC, have unwanted side effects. I think a really good example is SSRIs, things like Lexapro and Prozac, Wellbutrin. A lot of people in our society are on them. I'm not quite sure what the percentage is, but it's very high. I was once prescribed an SSRI, and at the end of 5 years, I had a lot of different chronic diseases, and I started going to a lot of different doctors to figure out what was wrong with me. Why did I have fibromyalgia? Why did I have sleep apnea? Why did I have all these things? And the first doctor I went to said, well, Samantha, first we need to know all of the drugs that you're taking so that we can start to see if you're having any interactions. So I told her I was only taking one thing. And she said, well, Samantha, there's your problem. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, well, Samantha, SSRIs disrupt REM sleep. So you haven't had any REM sleep for 5 years. So you have IBS and fibromyalgia and all these other chronic conditions. Now you can't make a direct correlation, but it's the context of these things and the overall kind of detriment to your body that often these things can create a situation that's worse than the original issue you were trying to treat. So CBD is one of the only non-toxic therapeutic alternatives that people can take for these issues. So while providing all of these benefits, CBD doesn't have these detractions.